Look, I'm making this video so you can make everybody in your school be like, dang, okay, that's the person I want to hang around. Or you can make everybody that's in your circle be like, okay, yeah, this the group leader. Or okay, yeah, no, he know what he talking about. Look, I'm making this video so you can go ahead and level up. Because at the end of the day, when I wasn't on my grind, I wasn't trying to level up. Nobody wanted to be around me. I ain't had no girls. I ain't had no friends. I ain't had nothing. Shoot, all I had to do was get on my grind. When I got on my grind, stuff started to be attracted towards me. Shoot, whenever it is you're trying to go ahead and uplift your life, certain things just fall into place. You didn't have to go ahead and chase the little girls. You didn't have to go ahead and chase, friendships. I didn't have to do none of that. All I had to do was get on my grind. I started to go ahead and work out. When I started to work out, my physique started to improve. I started to do things that was going to put me in the next level, that was going to put in a power position. I was like, okay, cool. I want to be better at football. I want to go ahead and go down that path and that legacy to be an athlete. And all I had to do was just keep doing that. And then the girls followed. You know, the girls like the little athletes. The girls like the people that have discipline. The girls like the people that have ambition. And so, I wouldn't tell you to go ahead and follow my exact path. But what I will say is that you need to have ambition. Ambition is the number one thing in this world that's going to get you to the next level. It's the one thing that's going to help you level up. And at the end of the day, if you ever want to level up, ambition is key. Discipline is key. Motivation, the motivation that you get from some of my videos, and the motivation that you might get from hearing me talk sometimes on live, or some things that I say to you, it's not going to carry you everywhere. It's not going to carry you to the end. You need to execute. And when I say execute, I mean you need to rely on your ambition. You need to rely on your ambition to go ahead and form discipline. You need to go ahead and make discipline. You need to go ahead and figure out what times going to work best for you to go ahead and study your craft. Because if you're not willing to study your craft, if you're not willing to go ahead and put in the little hours and sleepless nights to go ahead and become a boss, then you're not ready for this. This is not something you need. The little friendships, the little girls, all them little distractions and stuff, that's not something you need. You need to go ahead and just go chill. You need to go chill, okay? You need to go chill. If you're not ready to go ahead and lock down and say, okay, I'm ready to sacrifice my time for something that's better, something that's going to one day already clear up the troubles I have. If you clicked on this video, you have trouble with leveling up. If you have trouble with leveling up, you need to go ahead and discipline. It's literally just discipline. It's literally just time management. Time management. You need to manage your time better. All you need to go ahead and say is, okay, cool. Pull from your why. I always say pull from your why. Pull from your why, pull from your hurt point. That's what's going to get you through your depression. Every time you fall into the cycle of depression, or every time I fall into a cycle of depression, every time I fall and be like, okay, I don't want to make a video. Okay, I don't want to go live. Okay, I don't want to do this. Okay, I don't want to run my mall every day. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. I pull from my hurt point. I pull from my pain point. You need to figure out what your pain point is. Somebody you lost. You losing that one race. You not being a super good athlete. Something that's going to help you keep moving forward. When you pull for something that's going to help you keep moving forward, you literally just move forward. It's literally that simple. It helps you figure out your discipline. It helps you say, okay, I don't need motivation anymore to level up. I need discipline. I need to go ahead and execute. I don't need to keep watching these motivational videos of Kobe Bryant, of Michael Jordan, or of LeBron. I need to go ahead and get to the next level. And the only way you can get to the next level is by executing, is by you going ahead and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is the plan I'm going to make. And this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to hold myself to this. And this is what I'm going to get done. If you go ahead and you say that's what you're going to hold yourself to, and that's what you're going to get done, and you get it done, you're going to get 1% better every day. And when you get 1% better every day, you get on your grind. And your grind goes ahead and improves your physique, or it goes ahead and improves your wealth. And if it improves your wealth, and you're able to uplift yourself and look better, and go ahead and buy better clothes, go ahead and buy things that's going to help you smell better. If you go ahead and buy things that's going to help you take care of your face, it's going to help you self-improve. Money can help you self-improve in different ways that people don't even understand. People think that you just have to go ahead and spend the money on girls to get girls. No, if you spend the money on yourself, self-care, take care of yourself, and make sure your energy is right, make sure you look confident, make sure you are, not even just look confident, make sure you feel confident. You know what they say, look good, play good. It's really the same thing in the game with getting the girls, or it's the same thing with go ahead and getting a job. If you make sure you look good, you dress good, you feel good, you are nice, you're going to be nice, you're going to play nice, you're going to get the numbers easy. At the end of the day, you just have to become an ambitious person to get where it is you want to go. And that starts with discipline. Look, when I wasn't on my grind, and I went up to girls timid, scared, not knowing what to say, not having my physique built out, not having no recognition, not going ahead and talking to nobody, just held my head down in class, not talking to nobody. Whenever I went up to a girl, she'd be like, ew, no, boy, go on somewhere. Boy, you know you too young, or something like that. You know, they always say little stuff like that. That's going to demoralize you before you can even say anything. And that's only because you come up not confident. You appear not confident. You appear unconfident. You appear like you, a little boy. And they're going to call you a little boy if they feel like you a little boy. Now, how I got out that little boy phase was getting on my grind. Like I told you before, money can help you self-improve. But guess what? Getting on your grind and literally becoming stronger, that can help you with your mental. Becoming stronger is gonna help you mentally. When I started working out, I started to be like, oh, okay, nowadays I feel better. Now, like when you improve your mental by working out, it's like you become a whole entire different person. You don't become soft anymore. It helps you get rid of that timidness. It helps you get to the next level. It really helps you boss up your life. When you work out, you help build more discipline. When you build more discipline on anything for real, it literally just helps you center yourself. When you can center yourself, and you can understand yourself, and you can understand your why, pull from your hurt point, pull from everything that's going to get you out that depression and just keep moving forward, you become an unstoppable being. And I feel like I became unstoppable when I started playing football. I became unstoppable when I started this YouTube channel. When I said I wanted something and I would do anything to go ahead and obtain it. When I had my ambition, that's when I became unstoppable. So when you have ambition, when you have the ambition and the drive to get where it is you want to go, not even coming from a motivational video, like you don't have to go ahead and sit around watching motivational videos to start your grind. You wake up the next day hungry for it. You wake up the next day saying, okay, I'm going to have this clothing brand set. You wake up the next day saying, okay, I'm going to have this YouTube shit down packed. I'm going to have this video come out tomorrow. I'm going to have this streamer stuff set up. I'm going to go ahead and grind and go get that job to go ahead and use that little bit of money to go ahead and buy me the equipment so I can get where it is I want to go. When you do stuff like that, when you get on your grind, you become an entirely different person. When you become goal oriented, nothing can stop you. The girls is gonna when they gonna feel the energy. The whole way I walk changed when I started to work out. Like I didn't walk, I had my head up high. Like when you become more confident from different things that help you build confidence. Like when you go ahead and you take care of your insecurities, like I was saying before, that helps you build confidence. Like, and confidence is shown in the way you walk and the way you talk. Confidence is shown in everything you know. It's like even in knowledge. When I say confidence is shown in knowledge, confidence is shown in knowing what to do, what to say, how to act, how to move, just knowing what it is you need to say to the girl, knowing what it is you need to do. At the end of the day, when you're on your grind, everything is going to gravitate towards you. It's like the law of attraction. It's like everything that you ever wanted is just starting to come to you. And that's exactly why it is. I tell everybody to start a YouTube channel. That's why I give people free game. That's why I go ahead and tell everybody to just boss up their life, to just go ahead and get on this self-improvement journey, because it's brought me everything I've ever wanted for real. And it's still continuing to bring things to me that I didn't even know I wanted. And it's continuing to bring things to me that's like helping me just understand that there's so many different things in this world that I haven't even achieved yet. It's helped me find new paths and find new goals. So I would say go ahead and just start that YouTube channel. I say go ahead and start, because when you go ahead and you start today, it's going to make all the difference tomorrow. It's going to make all the difference, say a year from now. It's going to make all the difference in 4 years. At the end of the day, the grind is not something that's going to change, a day. You're not going to work out one day and wake up tomorrow with muscles. You're not going to work out for like a week and wake up, with everything, like a full set of abs. At the end of the day, the grind is a slow burn. It's a slow yearly burn. And when you slowly yearly burn it for years, you start to build more knowledge. You start to understand how it is and start to move better. When you start to move better, more people start to see you on your grind. Not only that, but you start to go ahead and understand things that you can do better. And when you understand things that you can do better, you get to go to new places. You get to make new milestones. You need to achieve more different things. Like when I say you start to move better and you start to understand things better, that's how my journey was with YouTube. I got to understand how, like, the content that my people wanted to see, that y'all wanted to see posted. I got to understand so many different things. And it got to the point where, now when I bring up my YouTube channel, people check it out. They say, let me be in a stream. It gets to the point where it's like, all right, let me be in a video. It gets to the point where it's like, oh yeah, no, he doing his stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody wanted me when I wasn't leveling up. Nobody wanted me when I was timid. When I didn't want to talk. When I didn't know what to say to girls. Nobody wanted me when I was timid. When nobody wanted me when I wasn't on my grind. Nobody wants an unambitious person. Nobody wants somebody who doesn't want to improve and better their life. And so that's why I always tell y'all to go ahead and better your life, because there's so many different things that can come from this journey. So many different things that can come from grinding. At the end of the day, a girl might leave you today. But guess what? If you grind and if you stay on your path, that stuff only gonna hurt for like 1 to 3 months. When I broke up with my one girl, that stuff I only felt that stuff for like a month or two. I only felt that stuff for like a month or two. And then guess what? I got straight back on the grind. I'm not telling you that the pain gonna still be the same, or the feelings gonna be the exact same. But what I am telling you is that you gonna get through it. At the end of the day, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get to the You're gonna get to the next milestone. You're gonna get to the next day. It's not like you weren't somebody before her, you weren't somebody, or you won't be somebody after her. It's like you're gonna keep going. This world does not revolve around her or you. It doesn't revolve around your relationship. Like, your relationship is not stopping me from getting on my grind. Like, and shoot, the stuff that she got going on is not gonna stop you from getting on your grind. The stuff that you got going on is not gonna stop her from getting on her grind. At the end of the day, when you get on your grind, you're gonna meet different people. You're gonna make better bonds. You're gonna find somebody that's gonna be solid for you. That's why I want to come on here and tell y'all that, shoot, if you get on your grind today, you start improving your physique. You start going ahead and take care of your insecurities. You start getting confident. Shoot, you can get the girls. You can go ahead and, shoot, you're going to be able to get in that field and just get more experience to talking to them. You're going to be able to, shoot, go ahead and come on camera and know what to say, know what you can teach, and get more views, and go ahead and get new subscribers. Go ahead and understand what it is your subscribers want to see from you. And when you do stuff like that, you get more recognition. And when you get more recognition, you're going to always hear, let me be in your video. You're going to always hear, oh, let me do the workouts that you do. Let me go ahead and do what you do. Let me go read the same books you read. Let me go ahead and, shoot, do something that you're doing so it is I can become better. And that's the best feeling in the world. When somebody asks you, how can you become better? How can you improve? How can they improve themselves? When they ask it to you, that's how you know you're on your grind. And when you're on your grind getting the money, and when you're on your grind seeing so many different things, you feel better. You know how it is you feel when you broke, and you down bad, and you hurting, and shoot, you saying you got to eat the ramen noodles. You got to go ahead and stay down until you come up. You know how it feel when you always got to tell yourself, stay down until you come up. That stuff is depression. It's demoralizing. Shoot. So when you get on your grind, you actually keep grinding, you see everybody start to show love to you. It feels so good. That's why it is I'm coming on here on this camera, not to shoot and post, or not to shoot gloat, or not to do none of that. I'm coming on this camera so y'all can improve yourself, because guess what? Nobody wanted me when I wasn't self-improving. No girl wanted to talk to me. I always get the, you boy, no. I would always get the shoot, boy, little boy, move out of here, or you too young, or whatever it was they wanted to say to me. But now they don't say it. Now I go out and I could pick any girl I want if I wanted to. If I wasn't already dating somebody, then I could go ahead and do my little thing. At the end of the day, I came on camera to tell y'all that self-improving, shoot, getting on your grind, it's literally going to change everything for you. It's going to change, shoot, the amount of money that you make. It's going to change the amount of people that you get to see, the hearts that you get to touch, the people that you get to understand. And shoot, it's going to change the amount of game you get. Just by going on live, I get to talk to so many different people. I get to talk to so many different people that's older than me. They gave me different game on getting my own apartment. They gave me different game on doing so many different things. Shoot, at the end of the day, you can learn a lot from books. You can learn a lot from different things like that. But there's nothing better than a real world example. There's nothing better than a living person to tell you what it is you can do, or to give you the game. And at the end of the day, you just have to be willing to take the game. At the end of the day, you got to be willing to put your pride aside and say, hey, if this kid younger than me, I'm still listening to him. Because at the end of the day, my options is gone. I've exhausted all my options. I don't have anything else to do. Sure. When you exhaust all your options of getting the girls, when nothing you say works out, or when you still feel that nervousness in your heart and you still can't go up to them, that's when you got to look inside. You got to look inside yourself and figure out, like, you got to look inside yourself and say, hey, it's time to make a change. And the only way to make a change is to either say, okay, I'm going to keep going up to him, keep talking to him, or I'm going to go online and look something up, or I'm going to change my strategy. Because if you're doing the same thing every single day or endlessly, that's called insanity. Doing something that's proven and making no results, that's insanity. Go ahead and switch it up. Go ahead and change it up. Shoot, go on YouTube. Look at some YouTubers that's gonna help you make your mouthpiece. Look, y'all, what I was saying before the camera died was simply that you gotta get on your grind. You gotta get on your grind. That's the only way they're gonna really want you. That's the only way that, shoot, you're gonna be able to achieve your craft. You gotta get on your grind. You gotta say, okay, I'm gonna spend these days, shoot, dedicated to this. I'm gonna go on my 90-day run. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna delete social media for a month. I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever it is it takes to go ahead and get this money. I'm gonna do whatever it is it takes to go ahead and say, okay, let me figure out how it is I can get a girl. Let me go ahead and figure out how it is I can self-improve. And some people might be like, okay, that's sad to say. You got to do all this stuff to go figure out how it is to get a girl. Hey, everybody grind not the same. Everybody life not the same. Shoot, some people is born with millions of dollars. When they get old, they gonna inherit $1 million. Some people is, shoot, born with everything that they get. Like, they born with the smoothness. Not everybody built the same. So go ahead, don't go ahead and worry about your flaws too much. What you got to do is you got to go ahead and figure out how it is you can get past your insecurities, how it is you can get past all the things that you don't know how to work around. Shoot, you need to go ahead and find that knowledge. When you find that knowledge and you're able to understand there's certain different things that you need to do to start your grind, to make sure that discipline is going to come, it's going to stay with you. Because when you get that hunger, you gotta always keep that hunger. You can't let that hunger go. And when you feel that hunger fading, you gotta always come back to your why. When I say your why point, I mean a hurt point in your life. Something that happened, something that's traumatic, something that's gonna keep you moving forward. All right, I always come on this camera and I say keep moving forward, because at the end of the day, they didn't want me until I started moving. They didn't want me until I started going ahead and say, okay, I'm gonna figure out what haircut worked for me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna figure out what kind of skincare stuff that's gonna work for me. I got bumps in my head right now, but that's because I ain't been doing it as much. I'm gonna keep getting on my grind. I'm gonna keep making sure I'm doing my stuff. I'm gonna stay disciplined. But I gotta practice what I preach. But like I was saying before, you gotta make sure you stay on your grind. Make sure you just, whenever you get that hunger, you gotta take off running with it. Because at the end of the day, if I would have never took off running with it, if I would have ever stopped my grind for a girl that said, hey, come chill with me, I would never have girls that kind of currently want to talk to me. I would never ever have girls that currently want me to go back to them. I would never have, money. I would never ever have, knowledge of knowing how it is I can make money. I would never, it would be so many things I wouldn't have if I would have never started my grind. And at the end of the day, if I would never went on my little 90-day run that I went on, to understand myself, to go ahead, not only understand myself, but to enhance my knowledge on the entrepreneur journey, but to learn about the system. If I would have never took time to understand myself, if I would have never took time to go ahead and understand what it is I wanted and what it is I want to achieve, I wouldn't have got where it is I am today. I would never have people saying, let me hop in the stream. I would never be turning people down that never showed me any love to let them hop in the stream or to let them go ahead and hop on camera. Because at the end of the day, I don't want y'all hanging around people that's not for you. I don't want you hanging around any people that's fake. And I don't want to hang around anybody like that that's in my circle. So I'll go ahead and I cut them all out. All right. I'm talking about a lot of different things, but pretty much what it was I wanted to say was, they didn't want me until I leveled up. But now that I leveled up, all the girls want me. The money's starting to come in. And I'm starting to be able to connect to y'all. I'm starting to go ahead and build my own legacy. If you want to build your own legacy, if you want to become a legacy builder, go ahead and join my Discord. Go ahead and send me a little message, say something in the comments. Let me know if this video helped, because at the end of the day, it took me a while to get the little topics out. It took me a little while to know what it was I wanted to say on camera. So I appreciate y'all watching this to the end. And if you did watch it to the end, I'm sure that you're going to be able to do something great. I'm sure that you're going to you'll be able to go ahead and get that crush, or be able to go ahead and make that money that you want to make, or go ahead and reach the hearts and touch the hearts of people on camera like I am doing. All right. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all. D out.
To make the unknown known.
Start trying to have people look into your life. Start trying to have people look into what music you make. Start trying to have people look into what clothing you making. Start trying to have people look into that new designer designer brand that you just had come out. Like, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to us being those people who whatever happened to us having dreams, man?